Good morning, this is Rick from DreamSideOut. Just checking in with everybody, making a video on this nice spring morning. Sitting down here by the water, looking out, having a nice morning. Sitting here having a cup of coffee, doing some of my artwork. You see, I've got a bunch of pictures and drawings and stuff, sketches and things. I haven't shown much of my artwork yet. I plan to do that, more of that, as I get more art. I'm starting to draw in the van all the time, and that's one of the reasons I did this, is to make a little rolling art studio on wheels. See, this van thing for me is a creative project just as much as a minimalist living project. Freedom means a lot of different things to different people. For me, creative freedom is very important. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to build something rather than go out and buy a commercial RV or something already made. I just like the whole process of making stuff. And that's where freedom to me is maybe different than it is for other people. For instance, if you live in an apartment or even if you own a house, your freedom, your creative freedom is somewhat limited. If you live in an apartment, for instance, you have to do whatever the landlord wants you to do or not do. There's always a trade-off. You have to give up something for something, no matter what. But I prefer this because I have control over it, and that's part of what freedom's about to me. I actually imagine building another van. I'm already thinking about that. I like that process so much. I want to build another van. Who knows what kind it'll be? I don't know. I know that some people talk about minimalism and talk about freedom, and it's not about the vehicle, it's about the freedom. But you got to ask yourself, what does freedom really mean to you? Well, to me, like I said, just to reiterate, it's creative freedom, and building a van is part of that. That's part of the freedom I'm experiencing from this. I can rip this whole thing apart and redo it whatever way I want. In fact, I've already thought of things I'm going to change in here. It's an ongoing project. And I've been in the van now for a month, and things are going well. I'm starting to get settled into it as a real day-to-day living situation. I think the honeymoon stage is kind of wearing off, and I'm getting into the reality of it. There's some challenges, but all in all, I still feel very strongly about this, and there's just still that burning sense of, yeah, this is freedom, man. So that's just my message for today. A happy April Fool's Day, by the way. Have a good one.